Hey guys, and welcome back to Trials and Tribulations. In the last part, we were doing testimony. We're talking to a frickin' witness about what they saw, so now we're gonna talk to her some more. Anyway, now that you mention it, Iris didn't have her hood on.
Hold it!
I guess I'll ask about that, sure. You are sure about that? Yes, after all, we always wear the same clothes. Ah, I don't mean because we're poor, you understand? It's our style. Yes, that's it. There's absolutely no need to explain yourself. Anyway, she looked different from normal, so that really stuck out. Like me holding a whippet puppy instead of my whip. At least then it might bite you and not someone else. Iris didn't have her hood on, I'm sure of it. Very well. Now, please tell us about the victim, eh? God. Mr. Elise was standing in the corner room, which faces out onto the courtyard. Okay. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window.
Hold it!
Okay. What makes you so sure of all this? It's just like I told you earlier. I heard a noise from the courtyard. Okay? Thump. Just like that. Oops, I accidentally skipped that one. Anyway. You're one smart sister, I'll give you that. The autopsy report states that the victim's body was covered in bruises, indicating a fall from around 10 feet in height. Wait, what? 10 feet? I thought it was like 2-story building. Unless it's a midget building, I'm fairly certain that's not 10 feet. Anyway. It appears that the witness was not mistaken then. Yep. I'm more than just a pretty face, especially in winter. Oh god, shut up. I'm a woman of faith, after all. The head honcho of his... Yes. There's only 2 of them working there. What's wrong, Miles Edgeworth? No snappy comeback remark. ... whilst I tap my finger against my arm. It doesn't feel like she's lying. This is very powerful testimony, too. She claims to have seen the instant in which the defendant stabbed the victim. There are only 2 things I can believe in right now. My client, Iris, and my own abilities as a defense attorney. Okay, good for you. Finish my bath around 11. Stabbing occurred when she is pushed out of her window. Okay, wait. Hang on. Okay. Finish my bath around 11. I thought she returned my initiative, and as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look, and Iris was... Oh, Mystic Elise was the sword of all things. Now that you mentioned Iris didn't have her hood on, Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room, which faces out on the courtyard. Stabbing Iris was occurred when she was pushed out the window. Standing back, body fell 10 feet after death. Time 11 p.m. Bleh. I guess let's try this. It's the only thing that's really related to the only thing I can really question. Come on.
Objection!
Objection! Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say, anyway. Oh, please do. My brain is something else. My brain is something else, especially in winter. However, I think you're overlooking one thing. The reason why my arm moves up and down while I point. God, I don't know why. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report? Would you kindly? BioShock reference. The autopsy report? The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. That's right. It says after death, right here. Oh, oops, I didn't really read that. Herp-a-derp. Anyway. The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall? That's a good point. Yes. Smack. Order! The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, the victim must have been killed in her room, don't you agree? That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of the window and down onto the courtyard below.
Objection!
Were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Donham's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree? Well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood? No traces were found in the victim's room. You're whip has just caused traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff beard. However, if there was no blood in the room, then your claim that... Sorry. I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure your honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood.
When it produces the most blood?
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood will be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed. Indeed, with the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound.
That's true.
With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
Smack.
Or smack! I don't know. We have come to a conclusion, then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all the contradictions. Yeah, bull frickin' crap.
Smack, smack, smack. Order, order, order. I must admit that this is a probable version of events.
I'd expect no less from Franziska von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point. Humph.
It seems that we need a clearer testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the truth, please. Witness, please, remain standing on the crate.
Don't go selling me short now. Well, you are a freaking midget. The weight of the winter snow has bent me out of shape, especially my back and my mood. Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here. Brown chicka. Okay.
With the whip?
Oh boy. All right.
Further details.
Yeah, that's it. When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? And when I woke, Mystic Ami was stabbing Mystic Elise through the back.
This all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory.
Von Karma strive for nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth. Perfection is an impossibility, Franziska Von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that.
Yup.
Okay. When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Alright, thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. Yeah, that seems like a big point.
Hold it.
Think carefully. This is very important. It's Iris we are talking about here. I'm thinking for all I'm worth. Thinking. No, when I looked over, the sword was already in Mystic Elise's body. What the hell was that? I'm sorry. God. And see, now it's 3:01 a.m., so I'm even more tired. So, yeah. Anyway. No, when I looked over, the sword was already in Mystic Elise's body. God. It might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory. The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped into the courtyard. I think this proves it rather well, Miles Edgeworth. I've never seen so much blood before. Bleh? Okay.
Hold it.
I've seen... Oh, wait, what? So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood? And that makes me think of that Team Fortress video, Meet the Sandwich. Oh god, he punched out all my blood. That part, I love that part. That's right, some of it had splattered on Iris too. When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room, and her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner. What? Her clothes were blood-flecked as well? That seems quite conclusive to me. What should I do? Press this point further? Press further. Going back to your previous statement, you said that you saw bleeding when the victim was stabbed, but now you say you saw the victim bleeding? Wait, what the... never mind. Well, I say that what I saw is what I saw.
What did you see?
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pull the sword out of her, plain as day. Pulling the sword out? Well, it wasn't exactly pulling. It was more like it came out. Okay.
Smack! Witness, you will add the statement to your testimony.
Oh, was that important? More important than you can imagine. I saw the instant in which the blade plunged into the hill was smoothly drawn out. Okay. I don't know what that was. Anyway, smoothly, you say? You're saying you saw the sword smoothly slide out? Wow. You're saying you saw the sword smoothly slide out. Wow. That's some alliteration right there. That's right. The whole thing happened right next to the gold statue of Mysticami. Yes, we know. Mysticalise was on the ground and Iris was stooped over her. The sword was buried up to the hilt. Yeah, I freaking doubt that. Yeah, I'm sure a freaking 5-foot girl who probably weighs about 120 pounds could lift a 7-foot broadsword and shove it all the way. Never mind. It'd be like an 8-year-old girl wielding Cloud's Buster sword. It's not happening. Okay, anyway. When Iris stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Mysticalise's body. It slid out from that gaping wound. Ah!
It goes without saying that if the sword was removed, there would be bleeding.
Nothing out of place here.
Is that really the case? I can't help but feel that something about this testimony is very out of place. And something which couldn't have possibly have happened appears to have happened. Okay.
Never seen so much blood before. That's when I wait, what? Oh, okay. When I woke, Mysticami was stabbing Mysticalise in the... Wait, where is it? Aha, here it is. Alright. There is no way a sword like this is smoothly being pulled out.
Objection!
Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least I'd like to think so. But there are too many contradictions here. What do you mean? Will you make it sound as though I'm a liar? But you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. What contradictions are you talking about? In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities.
Smack! What do you mean? Please explain
Explain yourself.
To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone in the hilt with this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that.
Objection!
Doesn't appear? What meaningless dribble? I, too, may appear to be weak and frail, but I can crush men under my heel and make them weep, so should I so choose, as long as I tie them up with leather bondage gear and actually bring my whip with them. What the hell? How stupid are you? Never mind. The objection. What the? The objection stands. I had to rip that beard off you to shove it down your throat. You're such an idiot. I wept a little back there, I must admit. Yeah, I'm weeping right now, let me tell you. That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly. We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in a body, it acts like a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding.
Objection!
Not to mention the fact that if you stabbed it up to the hilt, you'd blast through the victim's stomach and then create a new hole for more bleeding to happen. Ugh, never mind. That's nothing more than... Oh, screw you! I ought to take that whip and strangle you with it. You are such an idiot. Come on. That's nothing more than conjecture. Screw you, Von Karma. You're such an ass. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on, just... Oh, God. Okay, that's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with the Shichishito. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood. No, it would not, you stupid whore.
Objection!
God, you're so stupid. I'm not finished. There's still one more conclusive contradiction.
You've still got more?
This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust all the way up to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword. No! Smack! Order, order, order! Ah, bravo! Miles Edgeworth. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know can maybe manage one, if that. But what does all this mean? You have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but having come this far, there can only be one answer. And that is? The weapon used to kill the victim was not the Shichishito. What? A foolishly foolish fool, born from foolish fool, full-heartedly foolish fool. God, I hate you, Von Karma. I hate you so much. God, I hate you. Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon? Well, it's because Mistigami was holding it. Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, then this is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the Shichishito was the murder weapon. Smack, smack, smack. Order, order, order. Wow. God, I'm just calling it now. So maybe the Shichishito was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object. That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises. The obvious question? Yes. Namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? ... exclamation point! It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us to as if a sword-like object was found. That's... Answer the question, Miss Von Karma! Sorry. Canadians do that, right? No evidence of that kind was found. Another mystery to throw onto the pile. A trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast. God, a tricky beast. Anyway, excuse me, can I say something? I just remembered something, actually. What is it, sister? I was just thinking, it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was he was just over there. What exactly are you going on about here? The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe. I think I might know where the sword was disposed of. You what? Ow, ow, ow. Well then. I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister. Impossible! What else? What else could this old woman have seen? I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out next time on Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations, the testimony location of the weapon. So, see you then.